Hi, I'm Tom Lydon with ETF Trends here in Chicago at the Morningstar Investment Conference. I'm here with Patrick Nolan, portfolio strategist with BlackRock Solutions. Great seeing you, Patrick.
Great to be here, Tom. Thanks.
These conferences are always fun because there's so many different options and tools for advisors. But what you folks do in your group is you help advisors analyze their portfolio construction. What are some of the trends that you've seen over the last year?
Sure. So to really set the stage, our portfolio solutions team at BlackRock consults with advisors. We meet with thousands of advisors each year and collect their models as we do that work. So for the past 12 months, we've analyzed close to 7,000 models. Some interesting things come out of that, one of which I would say in the fixed income space. About 18 months ago, we saw advisors have their bond sleeves really leaning pretty heavily towards credit. That movement away from the ag that took place 4, 5, 6 years ago was really aggressively taking place about 18 months ago. We saw, in fact, half of the risk profile of advisor bond sleeves being credit dominated, right? 18 months later, we updated the study. So while they were overweight credit 18 months earlier, underweight duration, 18 months later, they've taken that credit risk down quite a bit, still overweight what the ag looks like, but the interesting thing is they have not added to the duration, so they're still short duration. So in essence, what we've got through 18 months is we've got advisor bond sleeves that are low in rate risk, now lower in credit risk, and really more in a stability posture, I would describe, meant to kind of not move a whole lot.
Low yielding overall.
Correct. You pay a price for it, absolutely.
Yeah. So your team might come in and say, hey, we appreciate the moves that you've made here. However, we feel that you can increase maybe the yield by making these moves, by adding this, diversifying here, those types of things. That's kind of what you guys do, right?
That's correct. We're a multi-asset portfolio consulting unit.
Yeah.
So in essence, everything that we do is about the total portfolio. And everything involves a trade-off, right?
Yeah.
So the pursuit for income leads to certain decisions that have to be made, and those decisions may come with costs.
Sure.
So it could be about pursuing greater dividend yield in equities. It may be about pursuing more yield through credit and fixed income. We have to carefully balance how we approach those things. Our Aladdin risk management platform is something that we really lean on pretty heavily at BlackRock to help us understand the implications of any one bet anyone wants to make to really align with the priorities they have.
And same on the equity side. You analyze what's going on in the current marketplace. Obviously, there are certain strategies, sectors that do well in these rising rate environments, others that are challenged.
Correct.
So you will help advise them or guide them to say, hey, you may want to ratchet down in the utilities when maybe financials will continue to do okay.
That's correct. Yeah, we have conversations about even just being overweight or underweight equities in general. We'll have conversations about sectors if the advisor really wants to focus there. One of the things that we tend to see a lot these days is advisors are really ramping up the conversation they're having with us around factors, which has predominantly been an equity story up to this point. And there's a few benefits that we see advisors really latching on to there. There's proven academic research that speaks to the persistence of outperformance that some rewarded factors can offer you. We're really seeing consumption in ETFs in the factor space in a pretty meaningful way there. We think the packaging gives the access to the factors incredible usability across a wide swath of client accounts. And it comes at a low cost inside of an ETF as well. So we're excited to see advisors leaning towards factors. We think it's going to be something that becomes increasingly important as returns normalize.
You put a lot of time, effort, and money into your Aladdin tool. Briefly, tell us what that's about and how do advisors get access to that?
Sure. So we have a tool called our Scenario Tester, which is actually part of a much larger ecosystem called the BlackRock Advisor Center. Advisors can come check in with us. In fact, since its launch in October, we've seen tens of thousands of advisors actually visit the Advisor Center and use our tools there. Aladdin drives what is occurring there. So as you access our Scenario Tester as an example, you can load your portfolio in about 10 seconds, use the tester to stress test up to 30 different scenarios in either direction on a number of different risk factors, and really get some insights into how would my model likely behave if what I think is going to happen happens. We also allow them to produce client reports, so not only do they get to use it and benefit from having access to Aladdin there on the Advisor Center, but they get to produce a client report and take that output to their clients to have much more meaningful conversations about risk.
That's great. Well, enjoy the time with you, Patrick. Continued success. Thank you.
Me as well. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.